guys, Amber here with 1898 Mama, and today I am coming at you with my 2021 goals. So every year I always make resolutions. I love resolutions. I think it's awesome to reflect on who you are and how you can make yourself better all the time, not just on New Year's, but basically whenever, birthdays, anything that can just remind you, hey, how can I make my life better? So, like 3, 4, 5 months ago or something like that, I got a Erin Condren planner. I have wanted an Erin Condren planner for years, but they're so expensive, and I finally bit the bullet and got one, and I'm going to be completely honest, you guys, it's not worth the money. It's nice, but I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was expensive and it's not worth the money. I have used a cheaper planner in the past that was basically the same. It just wasn't as customizable. And so that's my 2 cents on Erin Condren. It's awesome if you can afford to splurge, but if you can't, I have literally gotten a $5 Target planner that has done perfect for me. So, quick 2 cents on expensive planners or cheap planners. Go cheap. But in the Erin Condren planner, they do have this little section right here, and it's got 12 different squares, and you can put whatever you want in them. And I decided to make different categories of my life that I wanted to work on and what I want to improve on and things like that. So I'm just going to go over some of these with you, and hopefully you get some ideas. Here comes a dog. Hopefully you can get some ideas for yourself if you need some. If not, listen to my ideas, I guess. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different categories, and then 1 daily category. And I'll just start with my daily one. This is things I want to do every single day, no matter what. Every single day I want at least 100 ounces of water a day, which to me, that's completely doable. I usually probably drink more, closer to the 150 mark. When I was pregnant, I wasn't. Now that I'm not pregnant, I'm totally back to normal. Normal water's going down just fine. I have no problems. So 100 ounces of water every day. I want to get some greens in every day. Usually that means a lunch or a salad for lunch. If I don't do that, I usually always have spinach frozen in my freezer. Throw a handful of spinach in a shake or a smoothie or something like that. I want at least 30 to 60 minute workout every single day, whether that's an actual like Beachbody on demand workout, running on the treadmill, going for a walk outside, some stretching, just something to get my body active and moving every single day. Not like full force every day, obviously, because your body does need to rest a little bit, but some kind of movement every single day. I also want to have some growth work every day. To me, that's Bible time and also some kind of a book that brings awareness to some kind of whatever you want to focus on, whether it's your mindset or just something like that. Does that make sense? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, 2 to 3 hours unplugged. That means, whether that means keeping my phone downstairs so I'm not scrolling for an hour before bed and then an hour when I wake up. Something like that. In my head right now, I have it as like 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I'm not looking at my phone. It's sitting there on the charger, and it doesn't even like enter my mind to check it. And then 90-10 rule, 90% real foods, 10% fast food, or whatever I choose. So that's my daily, no matter what, hit that every single day. Call it good. So then let's go into my faith category. I have daily Bible reading, daily prayer, and memorize scripture, be aware of God speaking, and church. So daily Bible reading and daily prayer. I'm pretty good at reading the Bible daily, But to be honest, prayer is not my strong suit. I have to be very, very, very intentional about making sure that I pray every day. Because when I am reading the Bible, usually something interrupts me and then I don't have time to pray. And clearly I'm making excuses right now. I used to be really good at, like, when I was folding laundry, I would pray for whoever laundry I was folding. Or something like that. When I was doing dishes, I would pray for my family because we eat off those dishes. And I have stopped doing that in the last year or two. I don't know why I stopped doing that, but I definitely need to be more aware of that. More throughout the day prayer. My husband's crazy good at that. So good it's almost annoying. And I am horrible at it. So I definitely want to up my prayer game. Memorize scripture. I'm working on it with my kids, but I do want to work on it with myself on scripture that is applicable to me and where I am in my faith journey. Be aware of God speaking. If God talks to me, I want to be able to hear him and know that it's actually God speaking. A lot of the times I'll be like, okay, is this God speaking, or is this Satan trying to make me think that it's God speaking, so that I do whatever it is that's being told to me. So I really want to be aware of when it's God speaking. And then church. Since the pandemic has happened, our church closed down, and then it opened back up for a while without any kids programs. And then it opened back up with kids programs, but only 2 out of the 3 services. So our church has 3 services, and we used to go to the very early one, and then 4th baby came, and we're like, nope, we can't do this anymore. We got to go to the 3rd service. So 3rd service is the service that does not have kids programs. So we went twice, I think, in the middle service, and it was just too much. Still too early for our family. We have to drive 45 minutes away for church. It was just too much. So we have since been watching church at home, and every Sunday, no. Deer season came. We weren't watching church every Sunday, and we've kind of been like in and out of actually being like, okay, right at this time we're watching church. And we have always loved our church. There's no way me and my husband would be where we're at in our faith journey without our church. It's a big church, but there's many small groups that make it feel smaller, which we loved. However, since the pandemic, we have been both feeling called to something else. And we just don't know what or where that is yet. So we definitely need to figure out, where does God want us? Does he want us at home watching church? Which I don't think he does. I really believe he wants us out, going to church on Sunday mornings, being with other believers, and just getting that interaction. So we are trying to figure out where exactly that should be. So those are my faith goals for 2021. Then we'll go to budget, our money goals. So I have recently, we've always decided or known that we were going to phase out of daycare. I've always done daycare. We knew that we were going to phase out of it as the kids got older. However, last year things happened where families left, and it just brought me down to 1 kid a lot sooner than we planned. So we have to be more aware of our money, and we've got one kid here now. However, that kid's only going to be here until summer, and then I'll be completely done with daycare, and I will be a full-time stay-at-home homeschooling mom. No income coming in for me, which is really, I don't know, it's really tough for me to not be like, okay, here's my money, I can spend it on this, and we're good. Now we actually have to be aware of, sorry, we can't go out and buy $20 pants for the kids or something like that, you know? So money goals are to make sure that we're staying on track of our budget. We're always having an emergency fund, things like that. Excuse me. Okay, so then we'll move to my marriage goals. I need to prioritize dates. I say this every time I get pregnant, like, oh, we got to do this. And then I have the newborn, and I don't want anybody else to watch the baby. I want 100% of the baby all the time. But once again, I'm saying prioritize dates. Once or twice a month, you got to get some time alone, away from the kids. I want to plan a getaway weekend. Right now, I'm saying that's probably not going to happen because I don't see our world going back to the way it used to be ever again. Excuse me. So, I'm not going to fly on an airplane or go somewhere that's going to require me to wear a mask all the time. I'm not going to get into that, but that's how I feel. So I don't really see a getaway weekend happening anytime soon, but that is on there. I want to kiss him more and touch him more. We are not very good at just kissing each other goodbye or hello or anything like that. We just don't touch. And I want to be more touchy with him. I want to say hi to him every day when he walks in. A lot of the time when he walks in, I am making supper, kids are being kids, and I just don't, honestly, I don't have time to say hi. So I need to make that a priority, and I need to pray for him more. That goes back up to the daily prayer thing. I'm very good at the same prayer for him over and over, but I need to be more intentional about what I am praying for him and different things that I am praying for him. So that's my marriage goals. Okay, and then let's go to goals with my kids. I want to completely stop yelling this year unless it's like an emergency. Like, don't touch the stove, you know. I know that kids don't respond to the screaming if there is an emergency, if you're always screaming. And, I mean, who wants to be screaming at all day? I have gotten a lot better than I used to be, but I do want to stop yelling at them. I need to make individual time for them every single day, which is really tough, but that needs to happen. With daycare kids not being here anymore, it is a lot more easier though. Hug them every single day and give them more praise. And then homeschool, we'll go straight to homeschool goals since that's kind of with the kids. We need to work more on getting the kids out and socializing more. We are joining a co-op this year, and I want to be more intentional about giving them friend dates. We started Spanish a few months ago-ish, but I want to really focus on learning the Spanish. And then scripture memory, like I said earlier. Health goals, this kind of goes with daily goals, but not really. My health goals: move daily, drink more water, less caffeine, focus on my sleep, go outside daily, and cook real foods. I kind of do that every year, but I wanted to write something down. Okay, so those are like the 6 main things. And then I go to my homestead goals, and I want to grow more of my own food this year. I want to make sure I'm canning and preserving and freezing all of it as much as I can. I used to grind my own wheat before the pandemic and make my own bread, and I have since gotten out of that because I couldn't get grain for a while. Now we can get grain again, so I need to get back into that habit of making more real foods. I've been making my own bread, but with store-bought flour, which is not near as healthy as grinding it yourself. So, then another homestead goal is we are talking about whether to get sheep or goats or cows or something to replace my daycare income. We just don't know what it's going to be yet this spring. We're leaning more right now towards sheep, but we'll see where that goes. And then I have social media, which is like my YouTube channel and my Instagram page and my Facebook page. Not my personal page, but like this stuff. I want to become more. I want to reach more moms. I want to reach more people. And I would like 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So hopefully by 2022, I am looking back at this and saying, oh, awesome, I reached that goal. But we'll see where we are. And then share daily pictures. I'm very good at, one day I'll be like, yeah, okay, I need to share more. And then I'll share like 10 things. And then I won't share again for a few weeks. So I need to space them out more. And I need to do it every single day. And that will help me reach more of you guys. And that is what I have for 2021 goals. It's kind of a lot. This is a long video, but I wanted to share with you guys how I divide things up. And it's just a lot easier for me to make categories and break those categories down. It seems like a lot to work on, but like if you're not homeschooling your kids, you don't have that. You know, things like that. So, I don't know. It seems like a lot, but it's not. It's just, everything is weaved together, but I wanted to break it down. So, if you liked this, give it a thumbs up. I'm sorry it's such a long video. I just have a lot that I want to focus on myself all the time. And my family and everything. So, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you follow my page. And I will see you guys later.